so hot when you calm me down. Take everything and live for the moment. It's only gonna bring you down.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. My name is Muhammad Numan. How are you, my dear students? I hope you will be fine. Welcome to Advanced English Grammar. Today we would like to talk about the auxiliary verb do. The auxiliary verb do has a lot of uses. In this video, we will talk about only the 5 ways in which the auxiliary verb do is used. Let's talk about this verb in the detail. The first use of the auxiliary verb do, we use it in the interrogative sentences. What are interrogative sentences? Interrogative sentences are those which ask questions, which are used for questions. Whenever we are asking the questions from someone, we use the interrogative sentences. For example, do you know him? This is the simple present tense. Do you know him? Most of the people say they just change their tone and they say, you know him. This is not the correct way. The correct way will be, you have to put the auxiliary verb before the subject whenever you are making the questions. Do you know him? We use the auxiliary verb do with the first person pronouns and the second person pronouns. With you, I, they, we use this auxiliary verb. Okay, now let's take another example. Does he work? We use does before the third person pronouns. He, she, it, we use over there whenever we are making the questions. We use their does before the subject. Does he work? Now the past simple, did he come yesterday? Now you can see the did is the first form of the verb do. We use there the verb do in the verb did in the past tense. Did he come yesterday? Whenever we are making the questions, we have to put over there the auxiliary verb did. We use the auxiliary verb did with all the subject pronouns, right? In this case, we use do with the second person, the first person, second person pronouns. In this case, we use with the third person pronouns, and in this case, with all the subject pronouns, we use the auxiliary verb did. And whenever we put over here the auxiliary verb did, this verb will be changed into the base form of the verb, right? Now we have to use over here the negative sentences, how it is used in the negative statements. I don't know him. I don't know him. We put over here don't. He doesn't work. With the first person, second person pronouns, we use don't. The third person pronouns, we use over there doesn't, right? He did not come yesterday. These are all the negative sentences. In this case, we can use doesn't, don't, and did not. And did not we use with all the subject pronouns. He did not come, they did not come, we did not come, I did not come, you did not come, she did not come, he did not come, it did not come. In this case, I don't know him, they don't know him, we don't know him, you don't know him, and the third person pronouns, he doesn't work, she doesn't work, it doesn't work. right? Although it will also come in the third person pronouns, but it will not be used, will not be used with that. We use just don't with the third person pronoun they, right? Now let's talk about the third use, to emphasize on affirmative statement. What are affirmative statements? Basically or actually, these are the positive sentences. For example, you do look tired. Whenever we are emphasizing on the subject, on the verb, we use their do in that case. I can also even say, you look tired. But whenever we are stressing, we are emphasizing on the verb, on the word, we use their do. You do look tired. I told him not to go. I told him not to go, but he did go. Basically, the sentence was like that. I told him not to go, but he went. But he went. But this word changed into best form of the word. The reason is that we put over here did. I told him not to go, but he did go, right? Now how we will use this, the fourth use of this sentence, in affirmative statements, in affirmative sentences. Affirmative sentences are those which show the commands, the requests. We use the imperative sentences. Request, commands, orders, we use over there the imperative sentences, and the subject is not available there. The reason is that the subject, in this case, the subject is hidden. Most of the people, the teacher also say to the student in the class, whenever a student creating disturbance inside the class, the teacher says to that student, get out from this room, get out from here to there. So it means he is indicating that person, but in this case he uses the affirmative sentences. The subject is hidden, right? For example, do be quiet, do be quiet, do come on time. These are all the affirmative sentences, and we, in this case, we do not use does not. Only in the affirmative sentences, only the do verb will be used. The last, to avoid the repetition. For example, he sings well. Yes, she does. Yes, she. So it refers back to the verb sings, right? She sings well. Yes, she does. I cannot say she sings well. Yes, she sings well. Not at all. We are going to avoid the repetition. We just say, yes, she does. So it was our today class about the auxiliary verb do. So do subscribe our channel. The name of our channel is Spread the Useful Knowledge. Share these videos to your relatives, friends through WhatsApp, Messenger, and Facebook. That would be very kind of you. Thanks a lot of you. Thanks, Abando.